Hello and welcome to Daily Salar Digital. You're watching Daily Newsprint and let's look at the updates that made the headlines today. United Nations Human Rights Office has expressed concern that Israeli airstrikes on the Jabalia refugee camp in Gaza may constitute a disproportionate attack and could amount to war crimes. The two bombings in the Jabalia refugee camp have resulted in the deaths of 195 individuals, with 120 people missing and hundreds injured. This strike has sparked global condemnation, with Bolivia cutting off diplomatic ties with Israel as a form of protest and Jordan recalling its ambassador from Israel. Meanwhile, Israel has said that two Hamas commanders have been killed in the refugee camp strike. The Taliban government has requested Pakistan to extend the time for illegal Afghans to leave the country. On November 1, Pakistani authorities initiated a crackdown on 1.7 million illegal Afghan immigrants as the government-imposed deadline for their departure had lapsed. Pakistan maintains that these deportations are intended for the country's well-being and security following a rise in attacks attributed to Afghan militants. However, the Taliban disputed this claim and contended that Afghan citizens would contribute to region's prosperity, bringing assets such as livestock and money. During the past 2 months, more than 104,000 Afghan refugees have returned to Afghanistan. An Enforcement Directorate official, Naval Kishore Meena, was arrested by the Rajasthan Anti-Corruption Bureau for allegedly accepting a bribe of Rs 15 lakh. A complainant accused Meena of demanding the bribe in return for not attaching the complainant's property and for not arresting him in chit fund scam. The ACB, after verifying the complaint, apprehended Meena and his accomplice Babulal Meena while they were in the process of accepting the bribe. Both accused are from Bassi in Jaipur and a case will be filed against them under the Prevention of Corruption Act. The Karnataka Health Department is on high alert after detecting the Zika virus in mosquitoes within the Chikkaballapur district, which is close to Bengaluru urban district. Following the discovery of the virus in Talakayala Betta village, health authorities have taken swift action to contain the situation. They have collected both samples from 30 pregnant women and 7 individuals exhibiting fever symptoms, sending them to Bengaluru for testing. The Zika virus, primarily transmitted by Aedes mosquitoes that are active during the day, can lead to symptoms such as fever, rash, headache, joint pain, red eyes and muscle pain. Health officials are closely monitoring around 5,000 people in the region to prevent the further spread of the virus. The BJP's postponement in appointing a leader of the opposition in Karnataka has presented JDS with the possibility of their floor leader HD Kumaraswamy emerging as the face of the opposition. The fact that the BJP's central leadership hasn't considered individuals like former Chief Minister Baswaraj Bommai and former Deputy Chief Minister R. Ashoka for the role reveals their challenge in finding a suitable candidate to lead the opposition against the Siddaramaiah-led Congress government. While the BJP publicly hints at appointing an opposition leader before the winter session in Belagavi, private discussions among MLAs suggest it may not materialize before the 2024 Lok Sabha elections. Kumaraswamy, having aligned with the BJP for the Lok Sabha elections, could potentially become the opposition leader due to his reputable image. Notwithstanding conceivable internal challenges within his party, JDS is still endeavouring to persuade its 19 MLAs of the alliance's benefits. A former operations head at a VST Ducati bike showroom, Rakesh, has been arrested for an alleged 5 crore fraud. Rakesh, who had worked at the company for 5 years, resigned in October. An audit revealed discrepancies in the records with high-end Ducati bikes not properly documented. The fraudulent activities were uncovered when customers who had purchased bikes from the showroom encountered difficulties registering their vehicles. Rakesh is accused of collecting 5.2 crores from 21 buyers and diverting it to various bank accounts, including one in the name of office facility suppliers. The investigation is ongoing to verify invoice authenticity. A fatal collision occurred at the Delhi traffic signal, resulting in the untimely death of 30-year-old Piyush Pal, a documentary filmmaker. The incident, captured by a nearby CCTV camera, occurred on the evening of October 28. While changing lanes near Panchsheel Enclave, Pal's motorcycle collided with another bike, causing his bike to skid for several meters. Despite the severity of the accident, passers-by failed to provide assistance, and Pal ultimately succumbed to his injuries in the hospital. The incident has sparked concerns as Pal's friend reported that onlookers took pictures instead of aiding the injured filmmaker and even allegedly stole his mobile phone and GoPro camera. The police have registered a case of rash driving against the other motorcycle rider identified as Bunty. Pal, a freelance filmmaker in Gurugram, resided in South Delhi. The co-working company called WeWork plans to shut down some of its global offices as part of efforts to enhance its financial stability. WeWork has been facing financial difficulties, resulting in a significant drop in its share value, and it may file for bankruptcy in the coming week. The company was previously valued at $47 billion. It had received billions of dollars in investments from the Japanese conglomerate SoftBank despite ongoing losses. However, WeWork India has asserted that its operations won't be affected by these developments. They have emphasized that their business in India is supported by the real estate firm Embassy Group and has consistently demonstrated growth. During their World Cup match against India at Wankhede Stadium, the Sri Lankan cricket team paid tribute to their superfan Percy Abesekera by wearing black armbands. Abesekera, affectionately known as Uncle Percy, recently passed away at the age of 87 due to the illness. He had been present at nearly all Sri Lankan cricket matches since the 1979 World Cup, but his fame grew significantly after 1996 World Cup, which Sri Lanka co-hosted. Abesekera was an integral part of the game of cricket in Sri Lanka and did play a pivotal role from beyond the boundary line to support and motivate the players. His towering legacy spans across Sri Lanka's pre- and post-test eras, and his name will remain etched forever among cricket lovers, Sri Lanka Cricket said in an official statement. Jasmine Moghbeli and Laurel O'Hara, two NASA astronauts, conducted their first spacewalk as a team outside the International Space Station. The aim was to conduct maintenance activities on the ISS. The duo replaced a component to ensure the continuous rotation of the station's solar panels and did some other maintenance work. Unfortunately, they were unable to complete the primary objective of the spacewalk, which was to remove an electronics box from a communications antenna due to time constraints. This marked the fourth occasion in history when two female astronauts conducted a spacewalk together. Well, that's it for today. For more latest news and updates, subscribe to Daily Salar Digital.